It's Gracie Joe. Gracie Joe happens to be Hector Roca's daughter. World-renowned trainer Hector Roca. And Gracie Joe and her opponent tonight, Deidre Hamaguchi, both train at Gleason's gym. We caught up with her to find out how she felt about the rivalry, and if she lost this fight, would she be able to return to that gym with her head held high? Her thoughts.
We both come from Gleason's gym. It becomes a gym rivalry, but I'm very confident that I will come back victorious. Well, since I've been training with Hector Roca, the best trainer in the world, that's my father, and also Pascal Roos, I've improved on my boxing technique, more boxing movements in the ring.
Gracie Joe moving around the ring, trying to get warmed up here. This will be her pro debut, and I would have to imagine the pressure of both being a woman boxer and a pro debut has to be taking its toll. A lot of butterflies, but making her way to the ring also in her pro debut. There's Deidre Hamaguchi. Deidre is a Yale graduate. The real question is, does she have an Ivy League attitude? Her thoughts as well yesterday at the weigh-in.
Yeah, I mean, you always want to walk back into your gym a winner. That's for sure. Oh, it doesn't really change anything. It was a little bit of a letdown not to have the fight happen when that whole card was canceled. But it's when you're a professional boxer, you have to stay ready for anything at any time. I'm just going to go out there and box. I'm going to go out there to fight, and that's what it's about.
All right, ready to make our foray here on the Star into women's boxing for a scheduled 4-rounder. How do these girls match up on paper? Well, it's a pro debut for both of them. Both starting very late in life. Gracie Joe, 38, Hamaguchi, 35. Hamaguchi residing now in Harlem. Gracie Joe out of Queens. That's going to be quite a rivalry. The weight identical, big height advantage and reach advantage for Gracie Joe. Will she be able to use it to her benefit? Well, if she learned anything from her father, we know that she probably will, but let's not take anything away from the Ivy Leaguer. Want to know more about the fighters, as we always do? Up to our official introductions, Mark Bureau.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe DeGuardia's Star Boxing presents this special attraction scheduled for 4 rounds, female bantamweights. Your referee for this event from Hampton, Connecticut, Mike Ortega. Introducing now the principals first. In the red corner, to my left, wearing the blue trunks and weighing in at 108¼ pounds. She is making her professional debut and boxes out of Brooklyn. Here is Gracie Joe. And her opponent in the blue corner, wearing the red trunks with the white trim. She also weighs in at 108¼ pounds. Also hailing from Brooklyn and making her professional debut, introducing Deidre Hamaguchi. 4 rounds, female bantamweights.
Hey ladies, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want a good clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch them up. Good luck.
So it's Deidre Hamaguchi.
Deidre Hamaguchi.
They tried to fool us.
They always try to fool us. And then they say Queens instead of Brooklyn, and bantamweights, not flyweights. I'm confused on it.
I'm very confused. But I do know that I noticed also, though, in Deidre's corner, Lennox Blackmore.
Yeah, that's a pretty good trainer, former world-graded junior welterweight. He trained Joe Matthews, who's one of the, actually world champion at 105 pounds.
Also worked with my fighter, Murky Sosa, for a while. Very good trainer, and he was quite a welterweight this time. He comes out of Guyana. But right now, nice right over the top by Deidre. A lot of movement from Gracie Joe. Remember, these are 2-minute rounds. Lateral motion, not many punches being thrown though by Gracie Joe. Oh, and a big right over the top by Hamaguchi. And still continues on her bicycle. Gracie Joe not giving Hamaguchi much to worry about here.
And in talking to these women last week, I got the impression that Deidre was much the cooler, calmer, looser fighter. They both were waiting a long time to turn pro, training hard in the same gym, side by side in Gleason's gym. And Deidre just looked like she'd be able to perform better under the pressure.
Well, if the first minute, though, is any indication, it's all Hamaguchi right now. Gracie Joe looks like she's terrified to get in there and swing. Again, the right over the top continues to land for the shorter Hamaguchi.
I don't like the fact that Yamaguchi's mouth is open and she's flashing that pink mouthpiece. That's not a good idea. No leverage whatsoever on Gracie Joe's punches.
She's dancing a little too much. She's not sitting down at all. There she finally sits down and throws it right over the top. I think she probably knows now that she's got the range and certainly the reach advantage if she wants to use it. Right hand continues to land over the top for Yamaguchi. Gracie Joe, though, working her way back into the fight.
Hey boxing fans, come out for live boxing. Joe DeGuardia's Star Boxing presents Rockin' Fights. For ticket information, go to starboxing.com or ticketmaster.com. See some of the best young fighters. Star Boxing, Rockin' Fights, it's a knockout.
Round two of the scheduled 4-rounder. Very good first round in their pro debut for Deidre Hamaguchi. Lennox Blackmore wants more jabs from her, and she listens. Right away, she comes out, pops that jab in the face of Gracie Joe. They wanted some body work from her. Her dad, Hector Roca, saying, go to the body.
Right body work there by Hamaguchi.
She's the one doing everything, listening very well. Lennox Blackmore continues to land that right over the top as Gracie Joe continues to keep that left hand very low.
Tell you, Hamaguchi's having a good time in there. Again, though, she's showing that mouthpiece.
I think that's because she's smiling, though, Steve.
Yeah, exactly. She's having a
from
ball.
fatigue.
No, but if you show the mouthpiece, you could get your jaw broken very easily. Of course, I don't know if Gracie Joe has the power to knock to break out Hamaguchi's jaw, but nonetheless, not a good habit.
Getting beat to the jab right now is Gracie Joe. Hamaguchi really listening well to Lennox Blackmore in that corner. Very quick first minute here for Hamaguchi. Both girls, as we mentioned, making their pro debut. Both train at Gleason's gym in Brooklyn. So a little bit of Gleason's pride on the line here. Seems to be much more important to Gracie Joe than to Hamaguchi.
Well, right now, Gracie Joe's problem is she's flailing. She's not punching.
That's out of frustration, too. Watch for that right hand to come over the top from Hamaguchi again. There it is. Right on cue. Under 15 seconds to go here at the end of the second. Hamaguchi finishing very strong. Can she keep up this pace for 4 in her pro debut? We'll have to see, but another strong one for the Yale graduate.
Can't get enough of Joe DeGuardia's Star Boxing? Download the Star Boxing TV app or check out our Roku channel to watch exclusive content and classic fights. Every punch, every knockout, every screen. The Star Boxing TV app gives you exclusive access to every moment of Joe DeGuardia's Star Boxing. Available on Apple, Android, and Roku. Just search Star Boxing to get in the ring.
Well, as we start round 3, Steve, interesting instructions from Hector Roca to his daughter. Said, don't stand up so straight. He wants her to get into a bit of a crouch, and I think that's a very good correction.
It is, but it isn't. You know, she's 3-4 inches taller. By crouching, she's bringing herself down to Deidre Hamaguchi's level. I don't know if that's such a good...
I think she's having trouble, though, punching down at her. And finding the range in spite of the reach advantage. There's that right over the top one more time. Hamaguchi, in spite of those short arms, able to land over that drooping left hand. of Gracie Joe.
I don't know how much body language is considered by judges, but if you just look at body language in this fight, Deidre Hamaguchi is just so confident, walking in with a smile on her face. Gracie Joe much more frozen, more tentative. And that can be nerves. These women have trained a long time in Gleason's. They're not really good friends, but they've trained side by side in Gleason's, waiting many months for this moment. There are not a lot of opportunities for female boxers.
Yeah, and pro debuts are hard enough, so you've got all these various pressures on them. But there, Hamaguchi smiling again with that pink mouthpiece sticking out, and like you said, luckily for her, probably Gracie Joe not going to sit down on her punches enough to make a difference on hurting her jaw. You could see, though, that if Gracie Joe just keeps that left hand out there, they will help. Better round, though, for Gracie Joe. You can see maybe some of the butterflies are leaving finally, but kind of dug herself a hole here, Steve, as we come to the end of the third. Did she do enough in this round to pull it out?
Closest round yet, I'd say, Arn.
We'll have to see. 4th and final round. Pro debuts for Gracie Joe in blue. Deidre Hamaguchi, she's in the red and white. Steve, I thought that Gracie Joe pulled out the third round, maybe won her first professional round here. That being the case, down 2 rounds to 1, she pulls this round out, she could get a draw. Again, unofficially on our cards.
She's backing Hamaguchi up right now, and that's something new.
Well, they might have told her she needs a knockout to win, or at least a knockdown to pull this fight close. Third round was very close. If it went the other way, she could be in a 3-0 hole.
Really, the only round of the first 3 that was clear to me, real clear, was the second round, which Hamaguchi definitely won. But Gracie Joe winning this round, no doubt so far. And remember, only 2 minutes. So if you fall behind in a round, you don't have much time to catch up.
Both girls coming in at 108 pounds, but again, that big height advantage for Gracie Joe, which she has not been able to employ tonight. Almost 5'4" to the 5' Hamaguchi. And a 2-inch reach advantage to go along with it. Only a minute left in the fight right now, and Gracie Joe continues to fight very desperate here in the 4th round. And if she would have fought this way throughout the first 3 rounds, this fight wouldn't even be in doubt for her.
Good effort. You know, we see such wide variety of women's boxing. Some real good, some real bad. These are in the middle, but the effort is A+.
Well, remember, it's their first fight too, Steve,
right.
So.
And they don't have much amateur background.
Hamaguchi shows no movement, though. She stands right in front of you, no side to side whatsoever. She's going to take whatever Gracie Joe throws. She probably could have been hit a lot more tonight than Gracie Joe managed to hit her. Certainly not the case here, though, in the 4th round.
Good action fight.
Great action fight. Both girls have been waiting a long time for this. They were supposed to fight on another card in New York recently that got canceled. And there's the bell for the final round.
How about a draw?
Well, I've got it dead even, Steve. I've got it 2 rounds apiece, with Hamaguchi taking the first 2, Gracie Joe taking the next 2. So it's going to be interesting to see if the judges saw it the same way. The first 2 weren't really in doubt. The 3rd round, very close. Could have gone the other way. Pick up a little bit of action, though, from the fight tonight. A fight that finally Gracie Joe coming out of her shell late in the fight. And you take a look. Non-stop punching in the 4th round, and she was not the least bit arm fatigued, because basically she only danced for the first 2 rounds. Didn't throw a lot of punches, which I'm sure when her dad watches back the tape, Hector Roca, that's going to be a big criticism tonight of the performance of Gracie Joe. But again, unofficially, we've got the fight dead even. First 2 rounds going Hamaguchi. Next 2 rounds going to Gracie Joe. Were they going to see it the same way? Styles do make fights here tonight. Not much of a jab from Hamaguchi. When she did use it, though, she managed to land it in spite of the height differential. Gracie Joe not really using the height and reach to her advantage until the 4th round, when she just really started to tee off. And again, Hamaguchi has this tendency to stand right in front of you, and I'm sure Lennox Blackmore, when he watches the tape, will work with her in the gym to get a little bit more side to side, get out of harm's way after you throw your shots. Well, we're going to find out if the judges saw it the way we did, or did they have it a little different, because the man with the numbers is in the middle of the ring. Mark Bureau.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the decision of the 3 judges at ringside. Judge Tommy Kazmarek scores the bout 39-38 Hamaguchi. Judges Steve Weisfeld and George DeGabriel both score the bout 38-38. We have a majority draw. A majority draw.
All right, well, very much the way we saw it. Steve and I had it even on our cards, and Tommy Kazmarek having it 3 rounds to 1, obviously seeing the first 3
How about
across
a nice
the
hand
board
once again for
Deidre Hamaguchi.
and Gracie.
But it will go in the books as a draw, and not a bad way to start off your pro debut. Both girls waiting to get these fights back, can study the tapes, learn a lot from this fight. The amazing part, starting their pro careers, Gracie Joe, 38 years of age, Deidre Hamaguchi, 35. So the market right now for girls boxers, making it a little bit easier for the older girls to get involved in this, and some of them in better shape than a lot of the older fighters starting. Steve Farwood, though, flanked by 2 very tired but attractive women in the ring right now, and we're going to find out their thoughts on the fight, the decision, and their futures. Take it away, Steve.
Thank you, Arnie. Deidre, you waited a long time to turn pro. Did it get easier as it went along?
No, it never gets any easier, I don't think. You got to work hard every day in the gym.
In the beginning of the fight, you seemed to be the looser fighter. In the 4th round, Gracie really came on. Did you get tired, or did she just change her style?
She picked up the speed a little in the last round, definitely.
You comfortable with the draw?
Oh, well, no. I mean, you work hard, you want a decisive outcome, but, you got to take what you get,
Do it again?
Yeah, I'm going to do it again. Have to.
Gracie, 4th round, you were a different fighter than you were the first 3 rounds. You really came on strong. Why the change?
I think it takes me a little bit to get warmed up and adapt to her style.
Just like Deidre, you've been waiting a long time for this to turn pro. Fight was supposed to take place a couple of weeks ago. You've been training in Gleason's a long time. Were there a lot of nerves, a lot of butterflies at the start?
Yeah, definitely.
I think so. What about the decision? You comfortable with it?
No, not really, but I'll take it.
So you think you won?
Yes, I do.
Deidre, you think you won?
Yeah, of course I think I won. I have to look at the tape, though,
All right, well, we had it pretty close.
All right.
No reason you two can't do it again. You'll be that much better the next time after the butterflies are gone. Arnie, back to you.
All right, Steve, very interesting to see their thoughts, as always, after a fight, but pro debut, girls in their late 30s, and perhaps we'll match them up again here. But more boxing to come on the Star. Swing with us.